I just might need a well to draw on. I think I'll work on that. Then there's the homework, getting prepared to dig. I know I'm forever telling people they have to do their homework. Probably has to do with my mother being a school teacher. Then you have to actually get started. That's a hump that a lot of people never get over in other areas of their lives. But the good news is, as far as networking goes, you've already started. Hey, you have friends, family, coworkers, teammates, neighbors, fellow church or synagogue members, and on and on. Now you have to expand and excavate from where you've started digging. Most well-intentioned laborers of any stripe start out with gusto, applying the shovel lavishly, sweating profusely. Then they stand back and survey their progress. That's usually about the time they realize they need to hone their skills. Like any new behavior, the more you practice the skills of networking, the easier it gets. Once you've got the skills in place, you can really let fly and dig deeper. Not mindlessly and not by rote, however. You've got to dig thoughtfully, creatively, and with a little class. That's how the network gets bigger and the well gets deeper. Then there's the maintenance. Nothing a man or woman ever built stayed in perfect shape without a lot of TLC. Diddle your network. Staying in touch with contacts is as important as getting them in the first place. And don't forget about pitfalls. You didn't dig this hard just to have the well cave in on you. None of us is immune to mistakes. Luckily, you have role models to follow, and people like me who have already made all the mistakes we'll ever need to make. Learn from us. And as you become more proficient at the process, your well will deepen. You'll notice that you are reaping extraordinary, life-changing rewards, and that you can pass them on to those you care about. You'll also notice you're having a good time. In fact, you'll realize you found the well of life. Other people. Throughout this program, I'm going to describe a process to follow so that you never, ever need to be thirsty, and it contains personal networking stories from some of the best well diggers around. People like Muhammad Ali, Lou Holtz, Stanley Marcus, and Pat O'Brien, just to name a few. It's in your hands now. Dig in. Mackay's maxim, up the proverbial creek. If you've got a network, you've always got a paddle. Step 1. Jump in. The water's fine. A network never sleeps. Our foursome had finished the usual Saturday morning round of golf. We were in the clubhouse doing the post-mortem when Jerry said, "Last night I got a call. It was 2 a.m. I won't tell you who it was, because one of you might know him. He was semi-hysterical. His accountant had called him that afternoon and told him he was broke. His company couldn't make the payroll, and if he didn't retrieve the checks he'd written, there was a good chance he'd go to jail. The guy needed $20,000. The strange thing is, I hadn't talked to him in over 10 years. He said the only reason he called me was that I used to be a close friend and that I knew he was a trustworthy guy. Well, I offered to lend him a few $1,000s, but I didn't give him what he needed, even though I could have. It got me thinking, though," Jerry added. "What if it had been me? How many people could I realistically count on to bust a gut to help me out if I'd called them at 2 a.m.? How many, Jerry? 2? Maybe 3? We went around the table. The answers were about the same until they got to me. 50, I said. Come on, Harvey. That's BS. No, it isn't. I've been prepared to make the kind of call that Jerry got for nearly 40 years. I never had to make it. I made 50 others like it instead. I've made 2 a.m. calls to find the absolutely best doctor in town in a family medical crisis. I've made them to get a valued employee out of a blackmail situation and to stop a customer not only from dumping me, but to keep him from bad-mouthing me, so totally that my business would be ruined forever.